first question, please. I'm just checking mobile phones are on silent or turned off. Thanks. Last couple of photographs and no more, please. Thank you. No more pics. Look.
Gordon, what's your thoughts ahead of this game against Lithuania?
Like always, enjoy the training, and then the thoughts after that is, yep, boys are looking good, feeling good, want to get the game on now. Becomes a long night, long morning, because you just want the game on, and I think that's the way they're all feeling just now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know the task. Been impressed with Lithuania the last two games, that's for sure, and they're a real hard-working side, and a bit different from years ago when teams that are maybe a pot below you or 2 pots below you would come and sit in. They're quite prepared to push you and close you down and win the ball back. So it should be an interesting game.
How key then is patience if it's going to be a tough game, that the crowd don't get on your back and are able to back the team?
Well, I've not got a problem with the crowd. They do their best. There'll be times where I think it'll be back and forward type of game. Times where you have to be a bit patient, whether that's defending, whether that's attacking. So you need it in every game really. But you don't really know how the game's got to pan out until it actually starts. But what we've seen from the last couple of games, that the ball goes from end to end and good football.
In terms of the options that you have, is this a stronger squad than, say, in the last campaign? Do you have big decisions to make given what happened in the last game against Malta? A very positive result, but you've got players back into the squad now, free from injury.
Yeah, some of the areas were very strong. Some would like to be stronger. But areas we've not got a problem with is mental strength. That was proven the last game. And areas we're happy with is their passion and commitment. We've got that as well. But I know you're talking about individual areas. Say, left back, incredible. I mean, incredible, these three this week. As good as I've ever seen, the three of them training. As good as I've ever seen. For a position. Elsewhere, we have people playing well. People maybe not getting games at their clubs just now. That comes in. That's a factor. That's for sure. But we still think they're good players.
Gordon, tomorrow marks a year to the day since the Poland game. Has the hurt from that game, the hurt from that qualifying campaign, has that gone now, or can you use that in any way going into this campaign?
I don't think like that. I don't feel like that. I just enjoy football. My emotion is, I love working with these guys. I love meeting up with them. So no, that's no. I was thinking that way. I still have the emotion for getting beat by Bratislava and Clyde, but I'm okay. I got over it. There's too much good in football to worry about the odd occasional bad day. And saying that, when we played Poland, I thought we were terrific and some terrific goals. So when I look back at Poland now, instead of feeling down, I go, didn't we play well there? Didn't we score great goals? So thanks for reminding me.
No worries. Lithuania are a good few places below Scotland in the FIFA rankings. I know you don't hold out much credence to them. Are they better perhaps than people think they are?
It depends who the people are. If the people do their homework, then they'll know exactly who they are, what they do. If you don't do your homework, then you'll not have an idea what they are. And fortunately, we do our homework. They're a pot below us. Can it be that big a difference?
I know you've got a lot of faith in these guys. You've got a lot of faith in the squad.
Yeah.
Have they come on even more since the last campaign?
I don't know. I just enjoy working with them. As I said to you, I've seen some terrific stuff this week at training, and you'll only know in the games. And great first game. Scoring 5 goals away. Again, Croatia was 1 goal there. We've got a bit of luck at the right time, but we were prepared for that. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and that's what we did. We prepared for that, and so we take it on from there. We feel good about ourselves, but we do the task. We just look at results around Europe and think nobody goes away smashing people all over the place. It's very close in all the games you've seen last night.
Gordon, Darren Fletcher in line to make his 75th appearance. Given everything he's gone through as a player, it's a pretty good time for him just now. Can you just assess his contribution to Scotland?
Everything. I think in terms of role models, some kids can get taken away with role models that have everything but the ability to be a great player and a great man. So he's got these. Some other ones have tattoos, silly hairstyles, tweet, face, Instagram. Some have got that. I don't think he's got any of that, really. Matter of fact, I seen a picture of him when he was 15. He's not changed. Literally not changed. And he's not changed with, I would imagine, his enthusiasm and love for the game. And for a manager to have somebody like him in the squad, because the young boys in there, just like Barry and John, just need to look at him, and that's the way you behave, and that's the way you act as a top player. You remember that guy's been everywhere and played every big game. You wouldn't know it when you speak to him. So assuming, humble, but when he's on the football pitch, he turns into a different animal.
Are his leadership skills even more important now with the absence of Scott Brown?
Well, listen, we've got good people out there that can talk. Russell can speak. He's good on the pitch. Sean Maloney's good with people. So that's why we keep these guys, not only for their ability, but for their leadership on and off the pitch.
How beneficial has it been having Gary McAllister around the squad this week?
Oh, Gaz, I forgot. It's been a long week, aye. Gaz was here, aye. Yeah, it was great. The players enjoyed, because I think probably most of the players don't realise that Andy, myself and Mark played football, but I think you can still remember Gary. So he was sitting talking to them and chatting to young players, so that was good. He promised to come along to watch training. He didn't do any coaching, but he got involved in talking about the games and the games coming up, so it was great to have him along. It was fantastic. It was good for the young players and to be able to speak to him.
Gordon, you mentioned the three left backs, how impressed you've been with them. It's obviously a few difficult decisions selection wise.
Is there something wrong with your mic?
I don't know.
You've got a scary voice on there.
One.
Right. Sorry.
Maybe I'm too close. Do you find yourself taking longer to pick the team these days because you've got those options? Or?
Probably, yeah. And I think it's right that you should give it more time. And I've said that I've changed my team sometimes through the week. What I thought was going to be to watching people in training, watching their body language, how they feel about themselves, and it's been done. Yeah, but as I said, they three have just been outstanding. But it is a bit harder. Yeah, it's good in a way. But then the big disappointment, you've got to tell somebody who's playing really well that they're not playing. That's a downside to this my job.
Gordon, we were talking to Robert Snodgrass the other day and suggesting perhaps he's becoming a bit of a fan's favourite. We saw his hat-trick last time out. How important is he? And obviously we were without him in the last campaign.
Well, it'll be important tomorrow if he gets a game. If he doesn't get a game, he's not very important. But he's a good lad. They're all important. And it's very hard to put pressure on one guy to be more important than the other. I think that when they get stripped tomorrow, their first thought is, I want to be the best player on the pitch. And if everybody thinks like that, we'll do well. Everybody can't. And if you're not going to be the best player on the pitch, you're having a great day, then you revert to just being a great teammate. So that's what we ask for the players, and I'm sure they all want to be great, but it doesn't always happen. So you just have to be a good teammate. So there's players out there that we've got: Forrest, Burke, Richie, all these kind of guys. Barry Mackay, who's been great at training. We've got boys that can do things. Fletcher, Griff's there, scoring a lot of goals. So we've got other players that we can rely on if somebody else is not having that smashing day.
Gordon, I think you're probably fed up answering questions from me, so I've got a couple of questions from members of the public, if you don't mind.
Oh, no. I'm not going to sit here and answer questions for members of the public. Yeah, they'll do them themselves. I think it's a hotline here. I think I'm on Radio Clyde on a Saturday night.
Well, if I can maybe paraphrase one or two questions.
No, you're not getting any now because they're coming for other people. You have to think of your own ones. Right, anybody else? Oh.
Hello.
Hello there.
Well, your side is way more experienced than Lithuanian side. Do you think an experience will play an important role tomorrow?
Well, I think we've seen sometimes experience does play an important role, but enthusiasm and young players with inhibition sometimes who play with no fear, sometimes that can be helpful. So I think you need a bit of both, you know, and experience and enthusiasm and young talent. But as I say, it's nice to have experience in big games, and that's why we probably like more of our players and probably yourself, more your home players playing in Europe, playing in Champions League and Europa Cup to give that experience of international football, because it's, especially Champions League, is a bit similar.
You said you did homework with Lithuanian national team. Which players are the most important in Lithuanian squad?
I find it very hard to talk about individual players, especially before a game. My players will know all about it tonight, and I'm sure you know the best players as well. So I was really impressed with the enthusiasm of the first game, being 2-0 up, and could have went 3-0 up. Played without fear, great enthusiasm, and I'd probably call themselves unfortunate to lose the game. But it was a terrific game of football. Sometimes when you watch games as a manager and try and analyse them, it can be a long 90 minutes. But I thought the game flew in. I've watched it a few times now, and I'm still impressed with a lot of football seen from both sides. I thought it was a terrific game of football.
Gordon, I know you won't entertain talk of must-win games, but when the fixtures came out, did you look at this double header and think of a realistic target?
No, really. I've never made any targets in my life for anything I do. I just get on and do it and just live in the present. You never know what it's going to end up. As many league titles were won, you think, well, maybe I've blown it, but no, it comes back. Since I was a kid, you know. So some managers do that, but if you don't achieve what you're after, then you can disappoint yourself and you can disappoint everybody. So you just go on and see where we go. So that's what we'll try to do just now.
Gordon, Chris Martin said during the week that he felt he was maybe fortunate to get a game against Malta, but given what you were talking about tough decisions and strong in different areas, etc., is that what maybe it takes? If you get a bit of luck getting a game, you have to make sure you take it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When luck has been, you know, preparation meets opportunity. So it's ready for that, and you take the, you know, if we were to pick a team, it'd be all different for what I've got. I've got to try and pick the most rounded team